Hi, I'm Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Center Tuesday Tips. We created our Tuesday Tips in order to provide you with quick, simple ideas to help you reach your retirement goals. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement income, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center, and I want to welcome you once again to our Tuesday Tips. Now, today what we are going to be briefly discussing is legacy planning. Now, I'm not an attorney and I do not play one on TV, but of course with my clients we certainly help them understand the importance of establishing an estate plan. Now, when it comes to estate planning, there's really one critical thing that you have to think about. Will your assets actually pass on efficiently to the people that you want them to go to your loved ones? And there's four key elements that you have to think about. One, will they pass on more tax efficiently? Two, will you need a will or a trust or maybe both in order to protect your assets as well? The third thing you need to look at, of course, is do you need tax-free elements within your estate plan? Do you need to look at life insurance or long-term care? And the last thing is, are your beneficiaries set up properly? That is what we're going to be discussing today. Do you understand the difference between per stirpes and per capita? What is really critically important when it comes to your estate planning. So you're definitely going to want to stay locked in today. Now, there are three key questions that you're going to need to ask yourself when it comes to legacy planning. One, how confident are you that your assets will go to who you intended to go to? Two, are you helping to minimize the taxes on your estate? And the third thing, which is really important, are all of your beneficiaries forms up to date and properly accounted for? That is what we're going to be covering today. So let's take a look at how important it is to have those beneficiaries forms up to date and properly accounted for. So let's go ahead and discuss the proper elections for your beneficiaries. This is so important that we make sure our clients are very aware that this could be a huge mistake if we don't get it correct. Terminologies that you must become acquainted with that I spoke about in the beginning of this video is per stirpes versus per capita. When it comes to per stirpes, what it literally means is by the roots. So it's basically going to count for representation within that estate. Really, this designation for your beneficiary is going to make sure that all of your beneficiaries are going to get their fair share. So let's go ahead and take a look at first an example of what per stirpes will look like when it comes to your beneficiaries. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what would happen if you have Mr. I don't know who has an IRA and Mrs. I don't know who's already deceased. So let's also assume in this example they had two kids. One kid is already deceased, the other kid is alive. They were going to split the IRA 50-50. Under per stirpes, what would happen to kiddo 1 who's already deceased is that if they had two kids of their own, they're going to be able to split 25% each of the 50% that was going to kiddo 1 who's already deceased. Kiddo 2 would also get their fair share of 50%, and once deceased will be able to pass it on to their two kids if they had any. So now let's go ahead and transition and talk about the meaning of per capita. Now, when it comes to per capita, you have to be very careful here because that means by the heads. That means they're going to count the heads in your estate and divide your property according to the number of individuals that are actually left in that estate. So I'm going to show you how the difference is when it comes to per capita versus per stirpe. So take a look at this. So now let's assume in our example we have a per capita situation when it comes to our legacy planning. Now in this example here, Mrs. I don't know has the IRA. When she passes away, she still has kiddo 1 who's already passed away and kiddo 2, of course, who is actually still alive. In a per capita situation, as you can see, kiddo 1 who's already deceased will not get anything, and everything will go to kiddo 2 because of the per capita designation on the beneficiaries. So what is going to happen here with kiddo 1's kids? They are going to be disinherited from the estate. Kiddo 2 is going to have 100%, and if anything happens to them, their kids are going to be able to split the estate 50-50. Now, you would hope that Kiddo 2 understood the situation, because if not, there's probably going to be a very big legal battle that's going to take place within this family. And you don't really want to see that play out. So make sure that you understand the difference between per stirpes versus per capita when it comes to your beneficiaries and your legacy planning. So I really hope that the tips that we shared with you today as it pertains to your beneficiaries and your legacy planning was beneficial. Please note that this information is for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour, no obligation, free consultation with us today. And always, if you found this information to be beneficial, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with others.